When we be talking about the endocrine system, I told you that the human body has to have some way how to regulate all its cells, right? If every cell would be doing whatever it wants, then it would be one big mess, right? And you would not hold all the cells together for too long. And that's why you have endocrine system and the nervous system, right, to coordinate all those cells. Well, endocrine system uses chemicals, usually carried through blood on longer distances, for the cells to communicate. Nervous system, even though carrying like say similar controlling and regulating functions, it functions differently. Here, the chemicals do not carry the information long distances. Here, you have the specialized nerve fibers which carry the information at long distances. And while chemicals still play a role, they only transfer the information at short distances from cell to cell. Okay, so nervous system, its main function would be the control and regulation and coordination of the tissues of the human body. And its major component, its major unit would be the neuron. Neuron is a very specialized cell that lives in your nervous system and is supported by a legion of other cells called glial cells. We'll be talking about both, about neurons and glial cells. For now, just know that neurons are actually the say functioning, the effector cells, while glial cells support neurons. And also the nervous system has some hierarchy. And the simplest way how we can divide the nervous system would be into central and peripheral nervous systems. Actually, when you talk about nervous system, we will start from bottom up. First, you're going to be talking about neurons and all the cells and how they get together, how they cooperate. And then you're going to build up on that knowledge. And then you start talking about the individual organs like brain, spinal cord, etc. But it'd be very good if you had some general idea how what's the, let's say, layout of the nervous system. So that's what you're going to do now. Okay, so what I've drawn here is the central nervous system, CNS, and it's comprised of two major parts: the brain, which resides in your head, and the spinal cord, which sits in your spinal canal, in your vertebrae. Okay, here all the, let's say, higher level neurons sit. The neurons, the cells that sit in the central nervous system, they tell the peripheral nervous system what to do, and cells in the peripheral nervous system pretty much just act as messengers, right? They don't decide much, they decide almost nothing, but they just get information from the neurons of the central nervous system. Okay, then, so the peripheral nervous system would be all the nerve fibers that leave the central nervous system and carry the information into the periphery, right? So let's say if there's some nerve fiber that supplies your hand, right? This would be the nerve fiber that connects to the cells or tissues of the hand. And if something pricked you, it would be this nerve fiber that would carry the information into the periphery. Okay. But your peripheral nerve fibers, they don't only have to leave the spine cord, they can also leave the brain directly. Right? And that's an example of these so-called cranial nerves would be optic nerve. Optic nerve carries information from your eye into the brain, all that sensory information about seeing, and it's type of cranial nerve, right? Which is also part of the peripheral nervous system. And also, of course, your central nervous system not only receives information, and it also sends it out, right? So if you have a muscle somewhere, let's say this would be your bicep or whatever, information for the bicep to contract, it would also come from the central nervous system, and then be carried by the peripheral nervous system into the actual muscle. Okay, so this is the absolute basic about the nervous system, just a frame that now I'm gonna fill in